There are a lot of pros, content creators, and casuals complaining about Apex Legends right now, and I don't blame them. Apex Legends is not in the best spot right now. It has the lowest player count it's had in 4 years. So I decided to do an experiment. I made a brand new Apex account, and the whole point of this experiment was to see the beginner experience in the game. What were the lobbies like for somebody who was brand new to Apex Legends? I obviously had no intentions of actually playing on this account, as I don't want to grief new players. I simply wanted to do an experiment and see what the experience was like for more casual players. In the very first match on this brand new account, I got teammates who were new to the game, clearly inexperienced, but the players that I fought against and who killed me were some of the best players in the game, as you guys can see right here. This is absolutely insane, it is unacceptable, and this is one of the major reasons why Apex is having such a hard time maintaining its player base and why they're losing players every single day. The hidden MMR system in pubs does not work, it is a complete mess. You are taking beginner players and somehow they are fighting the top players in the game. And somebody like me who is very good at the game who solo queues, I have to fight these very good players while having new players as teammates. That is completely imbalanced, unacceptable, and that is absolutely one of the major reasons why this game is in such a terrible state. And his Watson is right. I am convinced that this game is using EOMM, engagement optimized matchmaking, because if it really was using a full SBMM system, how on earth are these types of lobbies even happening? Because in a system that uses SBMM, skill-based matchmaking, you should be fighting players similar to your skill, and that is clearly not happening. Now, before I go on, I want to be very clear. I am not trying to be negative towards Apex Legends. I am simply discussing something that is a major issue in the game that most players agree with. They think that matchmaking is a mess. Me personally, when I think of Apex, I love this game. It's a very special game to me. I have a lot of fun when I play it. Although it is frustrating, there definitely are times where I don't have very much fun. I am having fun and I do enjoy this game and I want to see it succeed and prosper. But the game is not going to continue to grow and bring in new players when we have these kinds of issues, which is why I'm making this video. I also want to give a shout out to his Watson because his most recent video inspired me to make this video. If you guys haven't seen it, I highly recommend that you guys check out his video. He discusses a lot of the issues in the game and it's definitely worth watching. And now I want to talk about the ranked mode. I know there's a lot of you guys who are watching this video who would love to play ranked and enjoy ranked, and you guys know that there are a lot of issues right now. So I have a screenshot right here of when I was a plat player and I was forced to play mostly diamonds and apex predators. And honestly, that is just unacceptable in a ranked mode. I also have another screenshot here of when I was diamond and I was placed in a mostly plat lobby, but I was given a bronze and gold teammate. And as you guys can expect, having a bronze and gold teammate while being diamond is simply a terrible experience. And this is happening in pretty much every single ranked match that I've played, and I feel like the devs have not done a great enough job of addressing what's happening. Is this a issue because of player population? For example, is there maybe just not enough players of a similar rank to fill a lobby and that's why it's so lopsided? Or is there a bigger issue going on behind the scenes that we don't know about? All I know is that ranked is not very competitive right now at all, and most of you guys who have played ranked this season can probably agree that your ranked experience is not the best. This is pretty unfortunate and needs to be addressed immediately because ranked is the mode that we go to get competitive. I miss the days where we could play ranked and have really fun and exciting end games, but now we have this weird system where apex predators are basically just farming plat and gold players. And if you're someone who does reach a higher ranked, you're basically given lower ranked teammates to fight these higher ranked players, and it just creates a mess of a system. After all these years, Respawn just can't seem to get the ranked system right. Meanwhile, there's a lot of other games out there that just seem to have great ranked systems that players are proud of and really enjoy playing. I also don't understand why we only have a trios ranked mode. I don't understand why we can't have a duos or maybe even a solos ranked mode like other games offer. Respawn just really seems to limit us with the amount of things we can do in the game, and I think it's time they innovate. Another issue with ranked, as many of you guys know, is the cheating problem. There are too many players that are cheating. During the first split of this season, I do have to give props to the devs. They did a great job of getting rid of most of the cheaters. And surprisingly, during my first split of this season playing ranked, I rarely came across a cheater. But now that we're in the second split, it seems like a lot of the cheaters have slowly returned. I've already had a lot of situations, unfortunately, where I've died to someone clearly aimbotting on a new account. I think it's time that after all these years, we take a hard look at our current anti-cheat system. And personally, I think we need to upgrade it. When I look at other games like Valorant, they do a fantastic job of catching cheaters and banning them. Meanwhile, Apex and other games like Call of Duty just seem to struggle so much. I would not mind having a better anti-cheat system that was maybe more evasive to my PC. and scanned more files or did whatever it needed to do in order to have a fairer and better experience playing the ranked mode. I also want to go back to something I was mentioning earlier about pubs matchmaking. I am currently in a diamond ranked lobby, and my pubs matches are more difficult than my ranked games. And that's pretty insane to think about. Why on earth would my diamond ranked lobbies be easier than my pub games? That is a massive issue that is killing the casual side of Apex Legends. Pubs is supposed to be the game mode that's a lot more casual, and ranked is supposed to be the competitive mode, and right now for some odd reason it is the complete opposite. If you're watching this video and you're someone who has been playing Apex for a long time, you guys would remember in Season 17, the devs introduced hidden MMR in ranked, and the majority of the player base absolutely hated this system because it made all of your matches extremely sweaty, even if you were a low visible rank. Now the devs obviously got rid of this system in Season 20 and went back to rank-based matchmaking. However, they're still using that exact system in pubs. The only difference, of course, is that in pubs, everything is invisible. You don't know the actual skill of the people you're fighting. And honestly, I think this current hidden MMR system in pubs is what's killing the game and driving a lot of players away from it. That's why earlier in the video, I gave the example of the new account getting matched with top players in pubs, and that is a direct result of the hidden MMR matchmaking system that the devs are choosing to use in pubs. If you guys have played Apex before Season 17, you would know that they had a different pubs matchmaking system, and me personally, I think that system was much better, and I don't know why they got rid of it. That system made pubs offer a lot of variety. Sometimes you would get really sweaty games, and sometimes you would get matches where you had a chance to be kill leader and win the game. I really think it's time that Respawn considers going back to that old system, because what they have now clearly doesn't work. And if you're someone watching this video who has been playing Apex for a really long time and you remember that system, I would love for you to drop a comment on the video giving your opinion on that, because as far as I understand, most people watching this video and who play this game do not like the current pubs matchmaking system. And so now we've touched on pubs matchmaking, ranked matchmaking, and we've talked about a lot of the issues that's causing players in this game. We've also briefly touched on cheaters, and now I wanted to talk about another issue that I think is impacting the game negatively, and that is the lack of content. When you look at other games like Fortnite, for example, it has so many different game modes and so much content for players to engage with. And it has modes for everybody, competitive players, casual players, and Fortnite recently broke its player count record, even after being a game that's been out for 5 or 6 years. That's pretty insane. Meanwhile, Apex Legends has also been out for a similar amount of time, and it's losing players, and it's at its lowest point possible. That is a stark contrast, and it's actually sad to see. How can a game like Fortnite continue to innovate, grow its player count, and thrive even after 5 and 6 years? Meanwhile, Apex Legends is doing the opposite. It's really sad to see. I don't know the exact reason for it. I don't know if it's a developer or management issue, but as someone who plays a lot of Apex, I do think it's really frustrating to see how often they pump out skins, microtransactions, collection events, while not really offering a lot of content. A lot of players in the community have been voicing their frustrations with that, especially with the way that some of these events are. You basically have to gamble for items, and a lot of these weird milestone and collection type events, you basically have to buy an Apex pack at a chance of getting an item that you want instead of being able to directly purchase that item. And I think that's really unfortunate, and I think they're doing it because it entices players to spend more money. If you're someone who sees a really nice skin that you want, but you don't have the option to purchase it directly, you might buy a few packs from the event with the hopes of getting that skin. And unfortunately, because you get random items from the event, you may not get that skin. It might pressure some players to spend more money that they otherwise would not want to spend. I think this is a really terrible system to have. I think that it destroys trust with the player base. And as far as I know, I don't see other games doing that. Fortnite and Call of Duty and other games like that don't have you buy items where you gamble, as far as I understand. You have the option to specifically buy the bundle or skin that you desire. Whereas in Apex, they have all these weird events where you're basically gambling. And I think that really speaks to what their motives are. And their motives are not really to satisfy players, but to squeeze out as much money as they can. That's pretty much everything that I wanted to talk about in this video. This is not scripted. I'm just talking from my heart and talking about how I feel about the game. And I'm really curious to hear from all of you guys in the comment section below. What are your thoughts on Apex? What do you think the main issues are with the game? Are you still playing Apex? Are you playing it less? I would love to hear from you all. Thank you so much for hearing me talk. And also feel free to subscribe if you'd like. Thank you again for watching, and I will catch you all on the next video.